So we also just watched a movie this morning. You hadn't seen it first. You loved the first one.
I really
hated
did.
the first one. I hated Cloverfield. Hated it. My girlfriend at the time got sick watching it. I was getting sick watching it, and I was also mad at the amount of money I spent at the movie theater to watch like a 58-minute. Well, I don't know. It felt like it was just like an hour.
It was short, but it wasn't that short. I really got pulled into the viral marketing. I know me and our other friend were just really big into like investigating and reading about this stuff. Well, it was more like I was, and I was explaining it to him.
And then he's like, "Oh God, I have to know all the things too."
But yeah, I really got dragged into that and really enjoyed it. And I'm a big Godzilla fan from back in the day when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Godzilla movies. So a big monster movie, a new one set in America was, perfect for me. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a big fan of the shaky cam stuff.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like.
But I got over it.
But getting to the new movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane, I loved this movie. This is one of my favorite movies that I've seen from 2016.
It was definitely a better movie.
Than the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy to get you to admit that. I'm like, whoa. I liked the fact that, all right, heavy spoilers. Heavy spoilers, because it's hard to talk about much of this movie without spoiling anything.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3. There were 2 monsters in this movie.
3 that we saw.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting at, there were the actual monsters at the end of the movie.
Oh, there was 2 sets of monsters.
Right, there you go.
Gotcha.
And
of course, you're talking about the John Goodman.
John Goodman was the monster of the movie.
Yeah,
though.
and then also the invading alien force.
Right. Because throughout most of the movie, you didn't know whether the guy was just insane.
Yeah.
Or just, okay, still insane, but telling the truth. Maybe it's just, it goes down to whether he's telling the truth or not.
Yeah,
he was insane either way.
You didn't know whether to believe them or not because you knew he was a crazy person.
Right. Absolutely terrifying some scenes, like the dinner table scene when she caresses his hand for a second.
Yeah,
and he
the other guys.
"What are you doing?" and stands up and slams her against the wall. There are so many different, just scary. Again, spoilers. When is his name Daryl or what's the other guy's name? Derek or whatever. The guy that's not John Goodman in the movie.
There's only 3 actors in the movie, the whole movie.
Right.
And
besides the voice of the boyfriend at the beginning.
Yeah. And the woman that shows up burnt
in
the middle. But, I mean, there's 3 main actors in the movie, and they didn't need anybody else.
Right. But when he dies, that was crazy. Like, I totally, when the theater, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
he's dead.
Yeah, you didn't see it coming at all. It was just...
Because he says, he tells him, he kind of lies to him, and John Goodman's character's like, it's okay. I accept your apology. Boom! Like, he didn't even have his gun in his hand when he said all of that. Great movie, though. Anything else in movies that you wanted to talk about?
Just announced today, at Star Wars Celebration, the big Star Wars convention they have at different cities all around the world. I'm not for sure where it is right now, but they announced the actor for the young Han Solo movie.
Oh, who's that?
His name's Alden Ehrenreich, I think. I'm gonna butcher his last name.
Nobody I know.
Yeah, I'm hearing he was in Hail Caesar. I didn't see that movie this year. He was in a few other smaller movies I hadn't seen either. But he definitely looks the part. He looks...
I know that they're treating this with a lot of respect, so I know they're not going to pick the wrong person. I didn't know who the new people were, and I mean, I guess in most Star Wars movies, I didn't know who the new people were, and they blew me away with Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect anything different with this.
They had everyone who was hopeful to be a young Han Solo doing, like, video... like on location auditions inside the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
So everyone who tried out for this got to get in the Millennium Falcon next to Chewbacca and do like a test reel.
So something that was really cool that they just announced was the NES Classic Edition. Do you know much about that?
It's gonna be plug and play, HDMI, which is awesome. You get to play 30 games that are built in. Unfortunately, there's no expandable games. Like, you can't put any different games on it.
Right. There's no putting your card in there, and I guess if you had a USB drive, could you put something in? No,
you
couldn't.
It's going to require some hacking, hardware hacking, if you wanted it to do that kind of stuff. But as of right now, out of the box, it plays 30 games. It's what, $59.99.
So that's $2 a game. Are the games worth it?
Oh, I think so. There's good ones. Let's go through the list here. There's Balloon Fight, one of my favorites when I was a kid. Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 1 and 2.
I can finally play the first Castlevania.
Yeah.
Because I have not yet.
Or you could have borrowed it from me.
Right.
Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge.
Is that the one that's 2-player?
Yeah.
Are all of them 2-player?
I think so. Maybe the first one wasn't.
There's one of them on NES that's just terrible, and then there's one that's like really renowned for being good.
But yeah, I don't know why they didn't have the first one on there, but to make room for other stuff. But there's Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, which is cool. Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus. Like we talked about Kid Icarus before.
There, now I get a chance to play that too.
Kirby's Adventure.
Nice.
Mario Brothers.
That's not to be confused with Super Mario Brothers.
No, that's
Mario
the
Brothers
single screen arcade version.
Right.
Mega Man 2.
Oh, snot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metroid.
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden. Pac-Man. Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream. We don't have the Mike Tyson version because
we're never going to see that again on anything.
Not in an official Nintendo release.
Right.
Star Tropics, which I'm really surprised.
I just bought a copy of that. Now I'm mad because the only reason I really did buy it was to play it. So now I'm gonna
Super Contra or Super C.
Super C. Yep. Super C.
Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm. Tecmo Bowl and Legend of Zelda 1 and 2.
Man, if you just put the Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 and Legend of Zelda 1 and 2 on there and make it look the way they've been showing it in the pictures, I think that's already worth it. But you have all these games.
If you buy those games on cartridge, you're going to spend the $50 more right there. So yeah, the game, you can get an extra controller for just $10.
Oh, cool.
And the controllers are going to work with the Wii and Wii U. The plugins are just like the ones from the nunchucks.
So they're technically like a
classic controller.
Okay, classic. That's what they call it. That's pretty cool. I'm excited. Release date right now is November 11th. The 15th is my birthday, so. Hint. Something else that's coming around out. Everything comes out by my birthday. That's the best part. So my birthday's on the 15th of November, and everything comes out in November in preparation for the holiday season.
Yep. Your birthday falls in that miraculous fourth quarter.
Yes. But something that got pushed yet again, even though I've bought the games once and then special edition again, I'll be buying Batman Return to Arkham in November when it is now slated to be released. It doesn't say an exact date, but let's just say the 11th.
And that has all 3 of the last gen titles?
Just the first 2.
Just Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Yeah.
It does not have Arkham Origins on it.
No, because Arkham Origins was made by I don't know who. Somebody else, not Rocksteady. Yes, and there were a lot of memes, just self-created memes, going back and forth during the release of that because it was a little bit buggy. Mm-hmm. I was playing the I Am the Night mode for anybody who has played that. That's where it's like it's on super hard difficulty. You have no on top of Batman or on top of the enemy's heads.
Yeah, you don't get the counter icon.
Right. There are no icons, and if you die, or if you fail an objective, like if a civilian dies or something like that, you start the entire game over. even if you're at the boss of the entire game, you're at the very end, you die, you start the entire game over. So I was, if this gives you anything, I had every item in the game. I was that far. I was at the part when you take back the cop shop at the end. I don't know if you remember Arkham. I was really near the end of the game. And my game, I turned it off and I turned it back on, and it showed I had absolutely no items.
Yeah, and you couldn't get past one of the parts. You were pointing at my house.
Yes, there's absolutely nothing you can do
Because you needed the freeze grenade.
Yes.
To get past one of the pipes or something.
Right.
And you couldn't
to even progress, not to
Yeah.
get something extra.
Yeah,
to even progress.
Move on, yeah.
So I quit playing the game for a little bit because I was like, this has been so hard to get here, and then I finally got over it and I played a little bit more. But that's just kind of a story back to it. But that's why I don't really want to return to that game. I'll return to Arkham, but not Arkham Origins. But it looks cool. It was getting some criticism online because it's supposed to be a remastering of it, and people were saying that the lighting and the graphics actually looked worse in the new. I don't know if you knew about
I
that
haven't
yet.
heard much about it because I knew it was just supposed to be like a better graphic type of remake.
They were saying Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange, I guess I should say, so people don't get confused, because I've always hated that too. Doctor Strange, there's two Doctor Stranges. But Hugo Strange, the close-up of him in the new edition, his beard looked like it was like a paste-on beard. It didn't look like a person's beard. And so they're like, I think we should just push it back to November so more people buy it, for one, and for two, I mean, they can take some time and make it look really good. How's Pokemon Go going for you?
It was pretty good. Saturday, of course, it was down.
Yes, that sucked. I haven't made very much headway since like Friday afternoon because every time I want to play it, it's been down. Or I've had a busy weekend with yesterday, the Rampage. There was 7 bands, and it was in Hedrick, which Verizon just, I don't know. I don't think anybody really had very good service.
Yeah, not a lot of
Hedrick.
service in Hedrick, but Pokemon Go was down Saturday almost all day because they released the game in 27 more countries.
I thought it was just, I guess, Europe. So
yeah,
that's a lot
most
of countries.
Europe. Yeah, but yeah, of course, the UK, Scotland, Germany, France, they all got it. So it was a big strain on the servers. They said something like 2 million people try to log on all at once.
Good Lord.
So fried the servers. So I haven't played it much since then. I know we just went uptown and took one of the gyms.
We did. We successfully took the gym. I was, again, cursing my phone provider for my data because I wasn't getting even 3G for the longest time, and you were sitting there, like, whittling away at them. I'm like, I want to help. But finally I got connected, and we at least took one. So, yeah, I fully intend to keep playing this game for another week. I mean, far beyond that.
At least another week.
But we'll keep reporting as we play and let you know how we're doing.
I haven't heard of any other terrible news so far. I saw a statistic on the internet. I'm not for sure how true it is, but I guess 3 dead bodies have been found by Pokemon Go players now.
Well, I think maybe we have another. What's the movie with Corey Feldman? And what's that movie called with the boys who run on the train tracks and they find the dead body?
Oh, Stand By Me?
Yeah, Stand By Me. That maybe Stand By Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Movie. I don't know. I couldn't think of the name of the movie, but we'll work a title out and we'll pitch the idea for a remake. I think maybe at least it should be referenced that the person who found the dead body was playing Pokemon Go.
In the remake.
Right.
That'll be...
Because they're talking about remaking the movie. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, everything gets remade.
Everything old is new again.
Yeah.